Hello, YouTube viewers, and to all of my subscribers. Welcome back to Ohio Airgun Shooter. For this video, I have a real oldie but goodie. It's the Daisy Powerline Model 1200 BB gun, which is powered by a single 12-gram CO2 cartridge. Several months ago, I had actually made a video about this, kind of describing how I came about it. I was at my father-in-law's, I think, when we were visiting, around Thanksgiving or Christmas or something like that, or it might have been Labor Day weekend. I can't remember, but anyways, I keep a lot of my archery deer hunting stuff out that way because it's there's 30 acres and that's pretty much where I deer hunt and do some other stuff. But anyways, I was going to his toolbox to get a tool, and I saw this sitting in there. All right, it was a lot worse shape than this. It was pretty dirty. I mean, it had a lot of dust on it because it's been sitting out there, and I had had no idea how long it was sitting out there. So I kind of asked him about it, and he said it probably has been, he hadn't used it in over 20 years. So I, picked it up. I was looking at it. I popped open the CO2 cartridge is installed right here. So I took the grip off, and there was actually a cartridge still in it. There was no CO2 gas left in it, but there was a cartridge. So it was one of these old Crossman Copperhead CO2 cartridges. Actually, there's one left in here that's unpierced. I haven't used it. I don't know if I want to. I just kind of want to maybe just save it. But I might have used one in one of those videos. But anyways, you know how the saying goes, you should never leave your CO2 cartridges installed in your air guns because, it's bad for the seal. So anyhow, I cleaned this all up, and actually on the video, I mean, I'll put a link to the video in the description below so you can check it out. But I did an initial piercing of a CO2 cartridge, to see if it was leaking at all, and it sealed just fine. It shot just fine. It performed beautifully, which was amazing. So just today, I just wanted to, just put another CO2 cartridge in it, see if it's still sealing, holding the gas, do a little bit of indoor plinking with it, or at least some target shooting. We're going to go with a Daisy themed video today. I actually have, I don't know if you guys remember any of these, but they used to come in this like little milk carton. I've had this since 2004, okay? I bought this. It was a carton with 6,000 BBs. I got a few left. There's a few mixed in there. I got some, I think some Copperhead BBs left in there. But anyhow, these are a zinc-plated BB. But I've had these for a long time. There's still a few in there. I use a lot of them just in a Red Ryder. But, yeah, we'll just go with a Daisy-themed video today. I might try some of these. I don't know if these will even shoot. Because this thing has a BB well. You just install the BBs in here. I'm not sure exactly how many holes. I think I looked it up, but I forget. Anyway, you just put them in here. This is your BB well. This is steel BB only, no pellets. Again, CO2 cartridge. You cock it underneath here. So we're gonna. It's very nice quality. It's simulated wood. It's plastic and metal. I don't know if this is steel, probably aluminum or zinc. But, the screws are steel, but it's a mixture of metal and plastic. It's very nice quality, really nice older BB gun. So I'll just see if it's still holding a CO2 when I install the cartridge, and we'll just do some more shooting. But I just had very good numbers. I think it was like around 500 feet per second. We'll run it across the chronograph, see what kind of velocities we're getting. Again, with the Daisy BBs, and also with these. These are from, I believe, what, H&N or JSB? H&N. These are the Smart Shot BBs, Excite BBs. They're a lead BB with a copper jacket. These are just to give you a little ricochet when shooting at harder objects, such as steel plates and etc. So I'm gonna try some of these. They should feed pretty good. They're pretty rounded and uniform. So as long as they don't get hung up in here in the well, I'm only gonna probably load maybe, I don't know, 10 or so, just see how they shoot. So because I really like these a lot. But yeah, we'll load up some CO2, run across the chronograph, see how well it shoots, and we'll do a little target shooting. I kind of want to take it out and do some plinking with it. Today, it is Saturday. It's very rainy out, very windy. It's warm, but it's just not a nice day to shoot. Tomorrow it's supposed to be a lot sunnier, and it should be warm enough. And hopefully I can get this out in the backyard. It's pretty quiet, very backyard friendly, and I really want to do some plinking with this, especially my kids. It's a very nice, easy to operate air pistol, and my son really enjoys it. So we'll probably maybe I can do a little shooting with him, or even my daughter. She likes to do so as well. So let's get it loaded up with some CO2, some BBs, and then we'll run across the chronograph. So to install the CO2 cartridge, again, you got to pop off this left grip panel, okay? And then just you make sure this is twist down enough to where you can get your CO2 cartridge in. This is nice because it has a nice ring to where your CO2 cartridge will fit in there, and it holds it in nicely. But yeah, that when I found it, there was one in there, and it was, you know, it was all the way tightened down. It was clearly pierced, but it was all out of CO2. But it, you know, I installed a new one in after what, 20 years of holding that one in it, or however long it was in there, and it sealed just fine. So it's been a few months since I used this, so you know, this is kind of a maintenance check. I mean, I did a video about that as well, just doing maintenance checks. So this kind of video is, you know, kind of do that as well. So nice thing about these Daisy brand CO2 cartridges, I haven't really used these before. It's usually either Crossman or Umarex, and a couple other brands that I, you know, like ASG. I had a couple. I think I had like a 5-pack of those. Some SIG, just different ones that come with like different air gun bundles. But anyhow, the thing I like about these Daisy brand is it has a little cavity right here on the tip where you can put your little drop of silicone or Crossman pellet gun oil, or like today, I'm going to just use a little bit of this RWS air chamber lube. I'm all out of pellet gun oil, so this works just as good. It's good for the seals as well. I've never had a problem with using this, so if I'm ever out of pellet gun, I usually just fall back on this. But this is recommended for your spring piston air guns. Just put like a drop or two in the chamber every like 1,000 shots or something like that. Yeah, every 750 to 1,000 shots, put 2 drops directly into the air chamber. So, but I'm just going to put a little drop on top of the CO2 cartridge here on the tip. Get it out of there. Just a tiny drop. There we go. Maybe a little, that was maybe a little bigger than a tiny drop. But you just, to install this, all right, you insert the bottom in first and just let it sit in there. You can push it up a little bit with your fingers if you want to, or just twist it all the way up. But I just kind of pushed it up into this. The nozzle actually goes into this little, you can see it, slides into that little sleeve there where your seals are. So this will be in a first time piercing after probably it's been sitting most of the winter. So we'll see how it does here. I oiled it, like I said, I cleaned it up really good. I oiled up everything really well. So it held CO2 gas. You know, the first time I pierced it after, you know, 20 years of it, having one still installed in it. So let's see what this does. Will it leak? Nope. That was just me trying to twist it. So might have let a little bit out, but My fingers were oily, so I was just having a hard time turning it, but it's sealed. So, yeah, I lost a little gas there, but it shouldn't really matter. But my indoor, again, I'm inside. Indoor temperature is like 70 degrees Fahrenheit, so we should get pretty good numbers. And then you just reinstall the grip. It has this little groove here. You just kind of stick it up in here, up underneath, right there, and then just snaps back into place. Yeah, my fingers are a little oily. This bottle had a little bit of oil on it. It comes with this needle where you can put this down into the air chamber and put your couple drops. So I took it off, so it's probably got oil all in the little box here. So yeah, it was a little hard twisting this here with the oily fingers. So, but it's not leaking. So we'll get it loaded up with some BBs, and then we'll go run across the chronograph. Again, to load the BBs, you gotta get into the BB well here. You just move this little lever over, and it exposes the hole where you just put your BBs in. You might be able to get those in with a speed loader, otherwise, or pour them in somehow, but you probably just gotta put them in by finger. I'll load up like 10 or 15. We'll get some velocity numbers. First, I'm using the these Daisy steel BBs. They're zinc plated. Again, I've had these for a long time, since 2000. So, what, 2004? So they're, geez, 21 years old. We'll load some of these in there. Everything just comes in a bottle or something now, but I don't think they even have them in these milk carts anymore. So I'll load up a few of these. We'll run across the chronograph, see what kind of velocities, and then I'll just empty it out, and then I'll reload with some of these H&N Smart Shot BBs. These are the lead copper jacketed. So, all right, I don't know what number I'm on, but I'll put a couple more in here in case we get a few errors. I don't know. All right, ready to go. It's on safe. Again, it has a cross bolt type of safety. Again, you cock it here. I don't remember if you gotta hold it level, hold it up to cock it, or hold it down. So I'll have to remember how to do that. I guess probably the lower you get in the BB well, you might have to tip it up or whatever, kind of like your Daisy Red Riders. So, all right, we're loaded up CO2. It's not leaking. Got some BBs in there. We'll move over to the table over there where I got the chronograph set up, and we'll do some shooting. All right, chronograph is set up. Probably about 3 to 4 feet in between the muzzle of this Daisy Powerline Model 1200. We'll see what kind of velocity numbers we get. CO2's already been pierced. I got some Daisy zinc plated steel BBs loaded up. I forget what these weigh. I think I weighed them, but they're probably around 5.1, 5.3 grains. Now, again, to cock this, it's on safe. I think, let me see, I don't know if you got to hold it level down, and then you just pull this with your thumb. The barrel protrudes a little bit, and then release it, and you should be cocked. Let me see if I got one loaded up in there. All right, see the chronograph. All right, first shot. Safety off. First shot. 467.4. I'm gonna try one like this. Okay, that didn't load, so definitely gotta hold it down. Probably would be a good idea, I guess, to aim towards the ground Or we could try level. Try that. Nope. It's got to be down. Down, load. 454.3. 454.8. 452.5. 453.2. Probably get higher numbers in warmer temperatures. 441.6. 444.2. 438.5. 446.1. 435.4. You might not have to tip this if you got a full well, magazine well of BBs. But with it being only unloaded, like I don't know, maybe not even, maybe 20. You probably, that's probably why I got to kind of tip it. But if you hold it back, it won't, because I believe when you cock it, it drops one into the barrel, the chamber. So, all right. 435.8. 437.6. 439.4. That's probably about where I was shooting last time. I don't think I got into the 500s. I had to go back and look at the video. 440.4. That might be one more. Nope, that was the last one. So we're out. You can shake it and listen, but just make sure you shoot the last shot just to make sure there's no BB in the chamber. I'm gonna go ahead and swap out the CO2 cartridges. Try to get a quicker seal because I did lose a little CO2 gas when I pierced it. And then we'll try the heavier lead. These H&N Smart Shot BBs, which are the copper jacketed lead. These weigh 7.4 grains or 0.48 grams. So we'll give these a try. So I'll pierce the CO2 cartridge, kind of let it warm up a bit to like room temperature, and then we'll do some more shooting. All right, next up, the H&N Smart Shot BBs. These are the copper jacketed lead Excite, 7.4 grains. I loaded up 20 of them in the Daisy Powerline Model 1200. We'll see how well these shoot. Fresh CO2 cartridge. I've been letting it sit for a while, so it's room temperature, which is 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So go ahead and tell you what, take it off safe, and I'll cock. All right. .388.6. Again, these are lead, so they're heavier. 390.1. 387.0. 384.8. 382.6. They seem to be loading just fine. 384.1. Pretty good numbers, I think, for lead. 378.1. 379.9. Might have not loaded one. 366.9. 372.7. 364.7. Try a few left-handed here. 370.0. This is more of a right-handed shooter's grip, but you can shoot it left-handed comfortably, comfortable enough. 366.6. I probably didn't load one. All right. There we go. 362.2. Might be only a couple left. That might have been the last one. 371.8. A couple more in there. All right. 372.5. That might have been the last one. Nope, 374.5. So you assume it might have been the last one, and it wasn't. So just, it's why you got to be safe. All right, that should have been the last one. We'll try it one more time. Yep, that was it. So pretty good numbers with the heavier lead. They fed pretty good. A lot of that was probably just me not tipping it enough. Like I said, you got very few BBs in there. You really got to kind of tip it so it kind of drops in. But not bad. Pretty good with the lead. I'll tell you what, I'll set up some paper targets, and we'll just check the accuracy with both. The Daisy brand zinc plated steel BBs, and then we'll try the Smart Shot lead copper jacketed BBs again. All right, switching to some accuracy testing. I have a paper target set up at about 6 yards. Where I'm sitting, it's 6.5 yards, but with my my arm stretched out, it's closer to 6. Back to the zinc plated Daisy brand steel BBs. As you can see here, got the Daisy Powerline Model 1200. Again, my paper target is set up at about 6.5 yards. However, it's for my arms extended, it's 6 yards. Some of you have commented that my target style kind of looks like a certain part of a woman's anatomy. That's okay. I mean, that wasn't my intention. I kind of like doing side by side instead of, having it vertically, just in case I get any low shots. They'll drop to the bottom, or high shots might shoot up to the top target. So that's kind of why I do side by side. So I'll start with the left target. My aim will be just below the black dot on the left target. I got 20 BBs loaded up, so I'll do 10 shots on the left, and then I'll do 10 shots on the right with the Daisy brand zinc plated BBs. Again, this has the same CO2 cartridge in it that I used in the last round of shooting with the Smart Shot BBs, which were the lead. Again, these weigh like between 5.1, 5.3 or 4 grains. So let's see how we do here. All right, again, indoor temperature is 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Again, I'm aiming I haven't adjusted the sights. They are fully adjustable on this for windage and elevation. Very nice sights, no white dots, but they are adjustable. Front sight's just a blade. So we'll just see. My goal is just to get everything inside the that drawn circle, which is I think 3 3¾ inches across in diameter. So if I land everything in there and get it to kind of group, that's what I'm aiming for. No pun intended. All right, first shot. Low and to the left a little bit. These Daisy BBs might not be as accurate as Umarex. I am unrested. However, I just have my elbows resting on the table. I don't know if that one loaded one. Let me see. Seems to be, it's low and to the left a little, but it's grouping. I don't know, kind of went in the same hole almost. I don't even know what number I'm on. Probably really doesn't matter now because it is grouping well. So we do one more and I'll switch to the other target. All right, moving to the right target. Same aim, just below the black dot. That one was dropped a little low. I could probably bring the sights up, but I'm just leaving them where they're at. I kind of pulled that one. That might have been a lot. I got a couple more in there. Looks like a couple might be outside the circle there. Still a group. That's plenty enough for plinking. Yeah, I want to get this outside and get it out to at least 10 yards. Maybe 15 to 20. I have a couple more left. I mean, it groups. Very nice group. Yeah, might have been the last one. You just double check. I'm kind of just aiming in between both circles just to see if it is still loaded. Yep, one more. Let's just double check. Yeah, that was the last shot, but not bad. I mean, you can see it from here. I can zoom in a little bit more. I mean, majority is low and to the right or left. Did it group? Right side's a little bit more opened up. I did pull one or two of those. There's a couple outside the circle. Same CO2 cartridge, so it could be, you know, CO2 pressure could be dropping. So I'm gonna swap out CO2 cartridges before I shoot the heavier lead. I'll load some of those up. I'll do the same. I'll load up like 20, and then we'll do 10 and 10. But yeah, very accurate little BB gun, CO2 powered. I think the barrel's probably about 7 or 8 inches. Yeah, probably about 7. I'm not sure exactly where it begins, but yeah, that's not bad. So let me change out targets, load up, switch out CO2 cartridges, and load up some of the H&N Smart Shot copper jacketed lead BBs. Yeah, like I said, I think it's about a 6, depending on where the barrel actually starts back here. I'm assuming it's probably like right in here. I mean, you're looking at what, a 7-inch barrel, 6 minimum, you know, at the minimum. So it's got a nice long barrel. But yeah, when you cock it, the barrel does extrude out a little bit, which I think that's how it loads the BB, and then it shoots. So yeah, I mean, it's got to be like right about here. So yeah, definitely a 6 to 7 inch barrel. So that definitely helps with velocity and accuracy. All right, next up, the H&N Excite Lead Smart Shot BBs. These are 7.4 grains. They're lead and they have a copper jacket. I have 20 of them loaded up in the Daisy Powerline Model 1200. Fresh CO2 cartridge, already been pierced. Let's see what kind of accuracy these. I'm going to aim probably. I'm going to move my aim to just above that black dot. I'll just cover, I'll try to cover it with the barrel of the gun. So I'll just aim above it, because I don't know how low these will shoot being heavier than the steel BBs. So let me go ahead and zoom in. I haven't adjusted the sights at all. Pretty good group with the steel BBs. Low and to the left, but they did group. So there might be a couple times where it doesn't load one of these, due to the fact that I didn't tilt it enough to when I cock it. So if you see me shoot and nothing hits, well, then that's probably what the problem is. So, all right, you can see that good enough. All right, again, 6 yards, rested, just with my elbows on the table. Okay, safety off. I'm cocking the first BB into the chamber. All right. Again, I'm going to aim just above the black dot. Actually, that's pretty much right where it should shoot. I'll try that again. Just above. I thought it would definitely drop a little lower, but not bad. I think I actually hit the bullseye on that one. A little bit to the right. I don't know if that loaded. Let me see. I don't know if that loaded one or not. Try that again. I might not have it tilted enough. Is that 3? That one was definitely low. Thing is, the problem is where I'm aiming, it's kind of hard to get the exact same sight picture. That's kind of why I aim just low, like just below that dot, just to kind of keep the same point of aim every time. So it's a little bit challenging if I'm trying to aim at the black dot or just above it because I can't really see it. So I'm gonna do one more, and then I'll switch to the right target, and then I'll just go back to my original aim point. Yeah, I mean, you can see it's grouping. So, all right. Moving to the right target. I'm going to readjust my aim to just below the black dot. I mean, if it drops below the circle, you know, that I drawn, it doesn't matter. Just I want to get it, because I know these are heavier, so they're definitely going to drop. But I just wanted the group. I mean, you can adjust the sights, but seems to be doing pretty good where they're at. So again, just below the black dot. That's a pretty nice trigger. Not very heavy. So I might get a trigger pull after this is all done. I think I went in the same hole. So it's very accurate. Likes these lead BBs. Wasn't sure if it would or not. They seem to feed pretty good. Cycle good when you're cocking it. Sounds like it has plenty of energy for knocking stuff over. I wouldn't have any problems shredding tin cans. Aluminum cans would be a piece of cake, but your heavier tin, I'm sure it could blast some nice holes through it. Yeah, it's just shooting low into the left. Can make adjustments. I've got a couple more in there, but I'm not going to right now. I mean, you can see there's clearly a nice tight group there. I think that's it. All right, I'm gonna shoot just into the middle, below them, see if there's anything left in it. Nope, we're out. So, not bad. I mean, pretty tight groups. Yeah, it's just shooting low and to the left. I could adjust these. I probably will before I take it out and stretch it out to 10 yards. But you can see just where it's shooting good. I mean, this is my third CO2 cartridge now. It's sealed every one of them. Here, let me zoom out of here. Back to the gun. Yeah, zoom out some more. So, but seem to like these very well. They're definitely heavier, so they'll be more stable. This is a smooth bore barrel. Again, it's like 7 inches long. It's very accurate. I'll put the safe back on. There's still some CO2. I like it. I mean, this thing is it's nice quality. It's well built. It's very accurate. Again, you can adjust windage and elevation. Looks like I just probably need some windage, most likely. if you're going to stretch it out to 10 or 15, you probably definitely could use some elevation as well. There's the sights. We'll clean that up some more. It's been sitting kind of in a little basket down here, so it's got a little dust. I'll have to clean that again with the Q-tip. But yeah, it was pretty dusty and dirty when I found it. I cleaned it up really good. Took all this what I could off. Well, scrubbed it real good with a toothbrush. A little bit of I think Dawn dish soap. I didn't get anything in the internals though, but it cleaned up nice. Yeah, this was all caked with something. So it was a lot of crap or crud in the grips there. Scrubbed it real good. I think I did on the video. I think I kind of did a before and after. So, but yeah, very nice. The Daisy Powerline Model 1200. We'll go back over to the review table and just kind of go over the results and give you my thoughts on it. All right. Prince, excuse me, sir. Can you move, please? Buddy. Hey, come on. Please move. Stand by. Well, I guess it's safe to say that it's quiet enough to be pet friendly. So, usually, if my cats don't run from the shots, kind of gives you a general idea of how quiet it is. So, are you going to help, or are you just going to bomb my video? Excuse me, sir. This guy is Prince. He's actually my wife's cat. Buddy. Come on, sir. Excuse me. And I'll be back. All right. He's not going to leave, so we'll just finish up like this. The Daisy Powerline Model 1200. A classic. Oh, there he goes. It did shoot these LED Smart Shot BBs pretty well. Good accuracy, good velocity, upper 300s. You can see where the accuracy was. This was at 6 yards. Started out kind of just because I was aiming like right here, just to the left, but a couple of them did drop. On this one, I've moved my aim back down to below the dot because it was just kind of hard to keep the same point of aim each time with me covering this up. So as long as I'm hitting this right here, I just know. So even if it's left and to the right or whatever, and it's grouping, it's grouping. You just got to bring your elevation over. So very good group here. Again, 6 yards, indoor, no wind, smooth bore barrel. This was with the BB, the Daisy brand BBs. Not bad. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 shots there. Then over here, generally the same area. It did have some grouping. A couple of them did fall outside the circle there. A couple of them I did pull. But again, these are old, over 20 years old. Zinc plated steel BBs from Daisy Precision Max. They might not be the most accurate, but they did pretty good in this. This is Daisy brand, so I just kind of stuck with everything Daisy. CO2 cartridges, the BBs. It does like those. The lead BBs are pretty good. I thought they would drop a little bit more, but they did pretty good. It's a great gun. It was a nice find in my father-in-law's garage in his toolbox, and to be performing this well, I don't even know how old it is, but to be performing this well after sitting in a toolbox for 10 or 20 more, between 10 and 20 years with a CO2 cartridge still in it, and to still be able to pierce the CO2 cartridge and have it seal and not to have any leaks. So hopefully I've ran enough oil through it to kind of help with the seals and O-rings. But I swapped out, I installed 3 CO2 cartridges today in this video. Each one of them sealed and no leaks. So how much longer it will last before it develops the leaks, who knows? Just we'll see. hopefully I can get it out here. Maybe tomorrow. It's going to be, even later today, it's supposed to stop raining and maybe clear up a bit. Temperature is definitely warm enough, because I want to stretch this out to, between 10 and 15 and see how well it does. Plink some cans and maybe a couple other little reactive targets and see how well it does. There's no place for, let me see. Yeah, I don't think you can get a scoop rail. Maybe right here, there's a little bit of a dovetail. You might be able to fit something on there. Maybe a little red dot. Actually, I got that gamma red dot. I wonder if that would fit on here. But there's a little groove here. You might be able to put a red dot on here if it's like a 3/8 inch or whatever. Or yeah, that might be able to get one on there. I'll have to try that. But that would definitely help with a little bit more of a longer distance accuracy. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. And I'll tell you what, I'll see you in my next video. Before I go though, definitely gets a smiley face from me. There's a little bit of steel there, a screw. So yeah, it's a fun shooter. Again, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.